Hey, guess what? It's Tuesday night. And Michael and I are going to dive deep into the Amazon tonight. And there's some dark sides to the Amazon. There's some not so dark sides. Just kidding. Anyway, hey, before we get started, thanks to all our sponsors, the Overland Addict, Chad. Fantastic. 200 plus 5-star reviews for this guy. He's got a great store in Nixon, Missouri, overlandaddict.com. Theo at Rugged Bound, and our friends at Midland USA, who keep us connected when we're out on the trail. So we're really happy to have them on board with us, and we enjoy all their products. As a matter of fact, I've been working on something of theirs here and for my Alucab. Anyway, hey, what do you say we bring old Mikey in from Alaska, all the way from Alaska?
Hey, wait a minute. Did you say your Alucab?
It's not on yet, but I had a conversation and it's going to happen soon. Let's just say that things have started to take place on the other side. And so I'm actually going to go up to Chad's and do some pre-wiring and set up a bunch of stuff and get it ready, because I have this weird feeling that when we leave to go to Mountain West, I'm going to be pushed for time. Yeah, I'm going to be pushed for time.
Like if it delivers on time, you're good.
Yeah.
But only by like 6 hours. So you'll have 6 hours to put it on before you go.
What I want to be able to do is put it on, hook everything up and at least have, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 days or something like that before Chad and I head out to Colorado to make sure everything's working. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to try to pre-plan it. So the Alucab's up on a stand. I can get up underneath there. So I'm going to finish wiring the panel and just that kind of stuff. So how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. We went to Captain Cook State Recreational Area this last weekend, went down to the beach, and it's super rocky. And it really pretty cool. The campgrounds were okay. They were a little overgrown, but like the day parking area was totally mowed and looked great.
Yeah. Awesome, dude.
So we did that. And then that's as far as the Kenai Spur, which is part of anyway, it just goes through Kenai, goes through Nikiski, and then the road ends. There's a big sign that said end of road, or road ends, but there's still road there. So I have to go down that road.
Right. It's kind of like like the rabbit holes. We got to go down them.
Yeah, because it turns to gravel. And so a little further down, I see a sign that says 4x4s must stay on roadway.
Right.
So it's like interesting. Road not maintained.
I got 4x4.
Yeah, road not maintained. Like little things like that. But it was a pretty damn smooth road. Quite a bit of the ways. We went about 20 minutes down the road, and it started to narrow, and Sarah and Molly were kind of like, I'm done, Dad. Like, can we not do this anymore?
Really?
Fine. I'll turn around. I don't want to, because I don't know how far this goes. But
why they got to be Debbie Downers? Why they got to be Debbie Downers like that?
So I look at it on the map, and it says pipeline access 4x4 trail. And it's got the dotted little, hash lines.
Right.
So I'm instantly excited. I call up Justin Works, a guy that I've become friends with here that lives in Kenai. And I said, dude, have you been down this road? And he goes, it's not too bad. He said, there's not a whole lot down it. but it's definitely a windy road that goes on for a while. And he said he didn't get to go all the way because the road was
Right.
closed, but he went in winter. So it could be that there was a tree down and the snow piled up over the tree. Like, who knows?
Right.
So I think it's something that we're going to have to explore here pretty soon.
Nice.
And do a whole thing about it. There's a few roads. Swanson River Road, which is in Sterling, has been a fun road to go up and down. Molly even had a blast the other day. We went up and down it, not even the whole way. I made it up to 2 campsites. There were hiking trails that had a parking lot where you could camp in it. So it wasn't really like, there were a couple of places that looked like just kind of pull offs because it's in a wildlife refuge area. Not very deep, just deep enough to get like a full size vehicle in.
Yeah.
And that's all the room you got. But there was a few of those in different places. So that road's going to be interesting to go the rest of the way down. And Justin told me about it as well. He was like, this is a road you need to try out.
Nice.
Elac Lake Road was amazing. That's where we saw the bear on 4th of July. Yeah, so there's been a lot since we had the last show because we weren't on last weekend because it was 4th of July or last Tuesday. But yeah, so it's just been, dude, we try to do stuff in the weekends, go out. I think we're going to go to Clam Gulch this weekend, which you can drive your truck out onto the beach camp down there. It's a place where you used to be able to harvest razor. I think they're called razor clams. But they don't let you do that anymore. They've stopped it until like it's not there's not even a season this year, I think.
Really?
Yeah. So the numbers must not be right or something's going on. So normally that's a popular place to go and dig your own clams, but you have to get, you have just like a fishing license. I think you have to get a license to even be able to do it. Well, so yeah, there's a lot been going on. So work's been going good. Kids seem to be doing really well. Sarah loves it. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Scott?
Steven says hello. Howdy, Scott.
Steven.
Yep. Thanks for joining us. Real quick. So before we dive into the deep, dark masses of the Amazon.
First.
What?
First, I cannot move forward without saying I fucking said so.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
I know a lot of people will be like, I knew when you knew, or maybe even they knew before me, but that Artemis was in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no,
I didn't know it was this bad.
Yeah.
But
so they now have so it's funny because Mason posted this deal and I think that's where it all really started to pick up and go viral.
You and I had seen it already because you're connected with Springfield anyway, so you saw it in a news thing.
It was in the Springfield Business Journal, and basically it brought to light that there were a lot of unhappy people with Artemis. And, I don't wish anything bad on anybody, but sometimes I think if we focus our energy and efforts in the wrong direction, we lose sight of the things that are important. And I do believe that Aaron lost his focus on what was important, which is an unfortunate thing, but I don't think you can have that much hate in your heart and animosity and things like that for other people or other businesses or whatever and expect to be successful. I really don't think so. So they now have an F rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've had multiple complaints filed against them. Even the local news, KY3 in Springfield's picked up this story. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I do. There's a part of me that does feel bad for them. But I got to say,
here's the deal. When it was good with us and them, it was good.
But the problem is that,
but there was always this thing, even with us, was that like, is he going to get mad because we're friends with Chad at some point?
or anybody. It didn't matter who it was. If you and unfortunately this is kind of like a gossip thing that but not really, because we're telling facts here. Um, is that even when we were trying to have that relationship and partnership, I made it very clear in the very beginning that it doesn't matter what company reaches out to me or another brick and mortar store. If they want to be a sponsor and have an ad on the radio with us, then it's my position as a business owner, small business owner, entrepreneur, that I will take that. But I also don't go telling everything. I mean, let's be honest. Aaron told me a lot of things that made me shudder about his business, but I'm not going to go repeating those because I don't think morally and ethically that's the best thing to do. So I've kept those things under wraps. Unfortunately for him.
Otherwise, there are things that are like, so like, what the fuck? That he doesn't feel comfortable saying them.
Right.
And it's Lee.
Well, I think more importantly is that I gave somebody my word that I would not repeat those things in a public, and I really, I want to at least, I may be a lot of things. I may be a derelict and a jackass of some sorts, but I'm not going to go doing that, no matter how much I dislike where things have gone with them. But hey, let's be honest, you made your bed, you got to fucking lie in it. And unfortunately, I want to say this to Aaron, that his response to KY3 I thought was at best shitty, because you can't blame it on software computer that just automatically says you shipped all these orders, and you can't blame the phones on employee turnover when technically that employee, I think, was your family. And if they weren't your family, then how did you not get all these emails from people that were saying, I don't have my product? So I get the political part of what he may have done as a response, but I disagree with it because I feel like that was just bullshit. He should have just owned up to it and said, I've gotten distracted. I've made some mistakes. I'll make every one of them right. But I don't want to be that person that, anyway.
I think he was really in his mind, he was trying to be a good person, like with customers, because, he'd be like, no, we'll settle up later, so he wasn't trying to pressure or anything. I thought it was a weird way to keep the books, but he would, like, people would get something and he'd be like, no. Like, we're friends. Like we're buddies. Like, I know you, so don't worry about it. I'll just send you a bill.
Well,
but I think what backfired, what was hard, is that when he got that way about the other business that's 30 miles away.
Well, he
got that way. It was like cancer in his body, and it covered him. And because he was fun, we had a blast with him.
And I'll be honest with you, the difference in the two people that we're referring to is that one focused on customer service and didn't care about that relationship or lack thereof. That other person just focused on doing the best that they could do their business, run their business with the highest standards. And Aaron focused on, I won't say malicious, because that's probably not a proper way to describe it, but there was a ton of animosity there. But it wasn't just for that one, it was for anybody else that you had anything dealings with. But
anybody that came close.
But here's what
came within where he felt his territory was.
Right.
He was not happy.
Months ago, when you noticed that there were brands that they were not carrying or would not do business with them anymore, that was also another one of those kind of writings on the wall, because now your competitors are picking up those brands so that they can be serviced in that area. And so I know some big name manufacturers that I'm not going to repeat here on the show. I don't want to. I think that would be bad business, but I know that I've had conversations, and there was a lot of chasing for money. There was a lot of lying going on and one thing or another. Now, that's only the information I've heard, and I know we're saying this publicly, but I don't want to say that that is exactly what happened because I don't really know. I just know what I've heard, and I feel like this whole thing has just turned out to be a real unfortunate position that they're in. And I do hope that they can redeem themselves. I really do. That it?
Oh, I didn't know if the camera
No.
froze.
No.
I was just waiting.
But
yeah,
anyway,
I mean, I think you pretty much summed it up. You know, I mean, I had my own issues with them. Lost the sponsorship, you know, because I was willing to talk to more than one company. You know, and in fact, yeah, I mean,
you know what really cracks me up? And this is funny about how let's talk real quick about businesses and companies, okay, that are out there and influencers, okay? Because here's what's funny. My position has always been, and Michael knows this, is that I want to do business with everybody. So the radio, as far as I'm concerned, is a platform that welcomes every business that wants to sponsor or have some airtime or something like that. Do I have certain connections with some people that are a little tighter than others? Of course I do, but that doesn't mean that, I still don't, I still want everybody who wants to participate in the radio as far as a business goes, provide that. Influencers I've watched will migrate to one company and come hell or high water, they won't have anything to do with anybody that's a competitor. Now, whether or not that's their decision or if that was the decision of the company that sponsors them, but we got two right around here in this area that were diehard Artemis people. I mean, actually, we got more than that. They were diehard Artemis people.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I can only think of one of them that has pretty much always been open to the sponsorship or open to dialogue or did business with Aaron's biggest competitor. And I have to give the guy props because he, even though he's gotten to be as big as he is in YouTube, he still recognizes Aaron's competitor. And I know I'm kind of being coy with this, but I mean, let's just say what it is. Hats off to Matt McClellan because I think that he did it the right way. Simple. You other cats?
What'd he do? I'm lost. I thought we were talking about Aaron.
We are, but Matt and Aaron were deep in like a partnership. But Matt also acknowledged Aaron's competitor down the road, Chad, or Overland Addict, and was willing. I mean, still in social media, you'd see Matt post about Overland Addict carried this, or it might have been Artemis that carried this. So he stayed pretty neutral.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And so I have to give props to Matt because I think he did, and I think he did it right. But you other cats, you other fuckers, you guys, I swear. Here's the funny part. You left one guy, and 15 miles down the road is a guy that has 200 plus 5-star reviews, carries everything that you could ever need that the other guy doesn't carry anymore because he didn't pay his bills. And you live right there in that general area, but guess what? You go all the way to another state because for some reason it's in your head that the guy that's near you is bad, and he's not bad. So all these cats that go out of state to support another business that's out of state that doesn't carry shit, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So again, props to Matt McClellan because I think he did it right. Whether or not you agree with me, I don't care.
That just felt weird.
Here's the thing. When it's good, I don't mind saying you did good, but when you do bad, I don't mind telling you did bad either. And the same goes for me. I mean, if I do something wrong, I expect somebody to say something to me, and whether or not I agree with them is irrelevant. But Matt did it right. I still think he did.
Well,
Do
yeah,
I don't always
dude,
agree with what.
that guy exploded. You know, he was. I mean, talk about right time, Matt. Damn,
Yeah,
he. Wow. I mean, if you guys don't know, so one of the ways that one of the reasons why Matt got so big. I mean, he's a compelling storyteller, and he goes out and does this all the time.
yep.
So he's putting in the work. Don't get me wrong, but when he did that battery review where he put the Jackery against the Goal Zero or something.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happened when that video came out was the same fucking week that Jackery was doing some crazy ass sell. And so when you typed in Jackery and you typed in review, there weren't many.
Yeah.
So Matt's was like, and his was the newest. So his was right there. And he got like, I think like 400 plus thousand views.
Yeah.
On that video. And then he was known as Battery Matt for a while because he kept doing these battery reviews because everybody started sending him batteries.
Yep, that's it.
And I mean that's he just, man, talk about the right fucking place at the right time. Call it intuition, call it luck, call it whatever.
It doesn't matter. It worked, and so that's the best part.
He killed. I mean, that just threw him up into the stratosphere. Yeah. And then everybody got to see how really how good his work is. You know, again, compelling storyteller, has good video, goes out a lot, does goofy stuff, you know, wears goofy pants. I don't know. We laugh about his red pants.
It's all right.
Has purple hair, like does all the things, has his persona. Like that's the Matt. If anybody else did it, they'd be like, you're trying to be Matt.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, if anybody else grows a gray beard, they're not trying to be Michael. They're just growing a gray beard.
Wait a minute now. Hold up.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at you. But that's what I mean. Like he's got a cool persona that is what Matt is.
And that's why I say he did it all right when it came to you know, not narrowing down his options or not just getting in bed with one vendor or sponsor or something like that. And I think it's important that when you have a sponsor and they're your biggest sponsor, that, you know, you do give them a little more of the accolades and you do talk a little bit more about them, similar to how we do. But he also was willing to.
Well, he either didn't have a title sponsor, like somebody that he was like, you're the title sponsor, so you pay the most, you get top billing.
Yeah.
So I think that's where you kind of goof up, because a sponsor wants you to be the title sponsor. Now, if it's a company you already love, then great.
Right.
Because you're, you know, like if it's a product, if it's like Midland, you know, okay, Midland, be my title sponsor because I'm not going to use another radio.
There is nobody else as far as we're concerned. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like you know, a no-brainer on our end to have them possibly as a title sponsor. But the other thing is to not have a title sponsor, so that nobody gets too far up to where you have to ignore lateral competition.
Well, and I think you have to look at who your sponsors are. So if you're an influencer out there and you have people that want to sponsor you and they want to hold you to a certain rule set, maybe, I don't know. But when your sponsor comes to you and they start really dissing hard and making a lot of comments and a lot of derogatory, and there's just a lot going on towards a competitor, I think it was smart on Matt's part, because I can't read Matt's mind, but I obviously think that Matt was smart enough to see that and go, wait a minute, this may not be a long-term thing. You know, I'm not going to just put all my eggs in this one basket with Artemis. I'm going to stay friends with these other people, because essentially that's what was going on through this whole time.
And honestly, it could be that Matt was just getting a discount.
Yeah.
Because that's usually what a lot of these companies do, especially
mom
and pop kind of places like Artemis.
Right.
You know, they're not necessarily paying somebody $5,000 a month to, you know, be their influencer. They're just like, hey, look, we'll give you 40%, 50%, 75% off something, you know, whatever.
Now, quickly while I'm thinking about this, and let's transition into something else because this shit's depressing. Go
You
check out.
started it.
I know. Well, no, actually, I think you did because you're like, I called it. I told you. So listen, for those of you listening or watching, we greatly appreciate the support. Just so you know, our website was updated. There will be a live feature on there, but we now have native apps, and I've been working on these apps, Android and iOS. They're fairly basic, and they play the replays of our shows. And yes, there will be music eventually, but I'm paying for a license, and I'm waiting for that whole license to come through. And I just want everybody to know that I've had to donate blood for the last 6 months to save up the money. I'm just kidding. It is expensive, but we are going to have some music. It will be licensed and legal to stream on an app, so it meets Apple's requirements and that kind of stuff. And then, so please
All
go.
I want is Oliver Hazard and Kate
So please
and
go.
the Vagabonds on continuous rotation.
So please go and download our app. There's I've put a few replays out there now. I'm adding some more. The other by the way, Ashley with Women's Wednesdays said that she's going to try to be back in the next week or two. They got their house about done, and they had another
We
death.
miss her.
They had another death in their family, so I feel bad for her. They've had 3 this year. So I felt bad for her. So I wouldn't put any pressure on her, but she says she's going to be back in the next week or two. And so we'll be uploading all those things into the into the app. And then there's some other things that I'm going to try to learn the code to make it do. So go download the app, go check out our new website. And don't forget to follow Michael's socials, the all over Overland and the Overland Radio stuff. So, all right, with that said,
and on YouTube, I've been putting out some videos. I don't have a camping video, but I have a lot of adventures in Alaska so far. So go check out shorts and the YouTube videos.
That's right. You can listen to Michael breathe heavily because he's out of shape and he's sucking wind.
Walking up a glacier.
I was laughing because you were walking up that thing. I could hear the microphone. And I was like, oh, damn, he's died.
I am your father.
First of all, it was much faster than that. It was more like I'm fixing to hyperventilate. Yeah. Anyway, so let's dive into the Amazon, buddy.
Yeah. So we're going to the Amazon. It's Amazon Prime Days today and tomorrow. We would have loved to have done this on Monday, but we don't do our shows on Monday. So we're going to let you know kind of some of the things that are in. Lee's queued up a few things, and then I'm going to get my phone out and kind of browse the different areas of Amazon, and we'll talk about what I find as I browse, and we'll do this. So what we got firstly?
So the first one I came across, and there's multiple. So, and if any of you that are listening or watching, jump in the chat if you have a link or or if there's something you know of that's on Amazon Prime, which it did actually start today, Michael. So it's today and tomorrow. Let me know and we'll take a look at it. But the first one I want to show you guys is the Blue Yeti. I don't know, I've not used these, but this first one, just for instance, this 300 watt is 41% off. I mean, so you're talking $3,900 and it's down to $2,200 or $2,300. So this is a huge one. And I don't know if any of y'all use these or what, but I think that's a pretty stellar deal actually. And it's not just one of them. It looks like there's quite a few of them here.
Yeah.
Well, here's what's this? See, this is the power station. 2,800 watt hour or 268 watt hour, excuse me. LiFePO 4 battery backup, 600 watts. So it's basically a solar generator. This thing's $199. I mean,
not quite big enough for your fridge.
Not quite, but still, I mean, if you wanted some small devices to charge, that kind of stuff. I think it's plenty. Um, let's see. We were
I
gonna
think
go.
it works real well when you already have something to charge your fridge, or if you
Yeah,
have a dual battery system or something
yeah,
like that. This is nice because you can carry it over to where you want to sit, or over to where you're going to camp if you ground tent, or bring it up into your rooftop tent, where you
absolutely.
can have your phone charged, all that kind of stuff up there with you. So it's a good power source for that kind of stuff, and
Right.
probably pretty good at recharging all your devices and batteries for cameras. I would imagine it does those fairly well, but I mean, it's not going to last you all weekend probably.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. And one thing to note is a lot of the stuff that's on these Amazon Prime days, a lot of your local brick and mortar shops have these. And while I'm on that subject, I was going to show you guys Overland Attic has a summer sale on, and their stuff. And here's what I would do: I would encourage you, if you could buy it at Overland Addict or your local store, wherever you're at, if they carry this stuff and you can get it from them, do it, because I think you're going to pay about the same price. But like the EcoFlow, I mean, it's normally 13. It's on the air conditioners down to 9.99 at Chad at the Overland Attic. Here's another one. This one I'm curious about, Michael. Have you heard anything about this EcoFlow Glacier portable refrigerator? Now it's normally $1,400. It's on sale for about 11. But this has the built-in battery. And you remember a few years ago at Moore, there was a company that had one, and
And
they
they
went,
tanked.
they tanked.
Yeah.
But now this one, in their defense, has a pretty big name behind it. So I'm curious if anybody has one of these or has seen it or used it. So, but
How big is it then?
so
If it's got the battery with it, because think about it, if you needed to have
it's only 38
even like
liters.
a battery my size,
Yeah.
the Blue Yeti, the 50, whatever it
Yeah.
is, even a battery my size that can power a fridge, my 55 fridge, for just about 48 hours without a charge, without recharging.
Right.
So 48 hours, almost 48 hours, just constantly throwing that battery.
Yeah.
Super happy because it's always going to be plugged into, the 12 volt, always charging. And then when I get solar, it'll even have that. So anyway,
And so it's only 38 liters. Okay. So it's
but
not,
I'm talking, what I was going to say is the size.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have a battery source, it's got to be at least big enough to keep it going for, I would say, at minimum 32 hours.
Well, here's the crazy thing. It says you can buy it with or without the battery. Interesting.
Well, now I'm so confused because
So you can just plug it
Is it
in.
coming with the battery, or
No,
is it part of the
doesn't.
box?
It doesn't look like you. Okay, so for not $1,100 with the battery, if you get it without the battery, it's $800.
Oh.
So it'll be curious. I bet I'm sure Chad can tell us, but
I think
yeah,
space becomes the issue, because like if you got a
I agree.
55, if you've got a 55 like mine, my Dometic, and if you added a battery source enough to keep that going for the 48 hours I'm currently getting,
Right.
it wouldn't fit anywhere.
Exactly.
So I think that's why most fridges don't have a battery, and because there's not one small enough and powerful enough to make the size worth it.
Yeah. Well, EcoFlow's got all their stuff on. Looks like Jackery does. We'll hit up some Jackery here in just a second. The Garmin Power Switch is $100 off. Chad has that here at the Overland Attic, and I think it's on Amazon as well. It's the same exact price, but go buy it from Chad if you can, or your local place. Someone else that has a really good deal right now is our wonderful friends at Midland. So they have a 20% off.
They got a ton of shit on.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything is 20% off right now. So if you don't have the ad, they send out an ad. It's called just at checkout, use the code DEAL, and that'll get you 20% off. So, and
Dude, they got some wicked looking
and
headlamps
here's what I'm gonna tell you too.
on sale.
If you're not a VIP subscriber, I don't know that you'll get that 20% off. I may be wrong, but I got that in a text message form earlier, and so I don't know. But anyway, either way, go hit them up because I know they always have some kind of deal going on. I mean, like, look, here's the sale, summer sale right now.
So I have a couple of headlamps, but headlamps are always on my list.
Yeah.
And if you cruise headlamps, dude, there's
Oh yeah.
Prime Day on most of the headlamps on here. As you
Send me a text. I'll get it on the screen.
Everbright. Well, I don't even know what company to like. I don't know them well enough, but like from $15 to $50 on the Prime deals.
Also, Steven says that he thinks Chad's already had some experience with that EcoFlow fridge, so maybe we can get some feedback from that, and we'll talk about it next time. But thanks for that, Steven.
A-Maker LED. That thing looks crazy. Pull that up. A-Maker LED. A-Maker, all one word. But it's like adjustable. It's like one of those big ass flashlights that are bright on your forehead. It looks like you got the coal mining hat on.
So is it this one here? Let's see. Let's pull this up here.
Goes over the top and the sides
and
the top.
Is it this
and you
one
can
here?
Adjust it. Yep. Look
Damn,
at that thing.
So that's normally $40. It's on sale for $26.87. 5 modes, batteries included. 90,000 shit.
It's bright.
That's pretty wild.
I was watching the video of it. It's overkill, but I mean,
it is.
It's under $30 overkill, which I think is just fine. Add that to your cart of whatever you're buying. Let there be a run on like at the headlamp place. They're like, why the fuck are so many of these going out today? Because they're
Let's see what we got here. Here's a Prime Day deal on Pale Blue batteries. Now, I got these batteries, and these are rechargeable lithium batteries. As much stuff as we have today, and you guys can tell me, what do you think? But as much stuff as we have today that has built-in batteries in them, it's all lithium or almost all of it. But there's still so much stuff that I carry that still requires either a AA or AAA. And so, and the quest of doing it. So one of the things I have is a flashlight that uses the CR123 batteries, which are, they're hard as just crap to get. But anyway, hang on, let me pull it up here. I think it's called a 123. Anyhow, but Pale Blue now has them. And I got some in this the other day. And so, they all four charged at the same.
I do like the Pale Blue brand.
I do too. And I got this solar panel. I got a really cool solar panel. It's a place to hold your batteries back here in this neoprene. You have 2 USBs, and it snaps. So the solar panel is like this, and then there's the back of it right there. But I have to say, it charged those 4 batteries in about 15 minutes. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, so they have their batteries on have a 20% discount right now. So a 4-pack. And I love these things. And I've had some of these AA and AAA batteries for probably going on 2 years now. And they've done a great job. So might be one to look at. So hang on a minute. Let me go back.
There are a couple of awnings that have Prime. I've never heard of the brands. Sam Out Vehicle awning 151, an 8x2 by 8x2 rooftop pull-out ripstop
Really?
UPF 50 plus polyester.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah, I looked at tents. I didn't see any tents.
I did
But
see.
it pulled up like I think Coleman has a lot of stuff on sale.
Yeah.
They've got a couple of stoves that aren't too bad, and they've got the box that a lot of people use.
Dude, check this out. Look, I
That
love
thing.
these.
Yeah,
This thing is 30% off today. So this is a great one if you're on a budget and you need a little oven.
those things are awesome.
I will tell you now that if you have one of these things and you want to make cinnamon rolls, it does a great job. Fantastic. You do have to be careful. It can burn the bottom of them, but we put some aluminum foil down to help, deflect the heat a little bit.
Who was that dude that made the pizza?
That was out
he
at
was making his own.
That was out at Mountain West 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who he was, but my God, he put sriracha on it when it came out. He was making flatbread.
Yeah, but he was making his own box.
Yeah, he had made his own box too, but it was, I think he modeled it a little bit off of this one, but
yeah, but because it was for pizza making.
Yeah,
he was known as a pizza making sumbitch, and that I think that's his handle.
I don't know, but anyway, so I have this Coleman and I love it, and it makes the best Red Baron French bread pizzas. They're crunchy.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah, they're perfect. So that's a good one. Also, I was looking at earlier. Is it Icknick? Is that how you say it? What do they call that? Hold on, while we're typing here. Lava Box. Is it Lava Box? Oh no. Come on. Okay, bear with me here. What is this? I gotta find it now.
There's a bunch of those easy little folding collapsible chairs.
Oh yeah.
There's a one, I haven't heard of this. CLIQ portable chair, camping chairs, small collapsible portable, Prime Day, $96. Seems a little high, but it's one of those that kind of, I don't know what CLIQ is. I don't know.
Click.
Is that
probably? I don't know. I'm just guessing.
There's another one just like it for 99. Click for 96.
All right, so let's look up some Coleman. Yeah, there it is right there. Is this the one you're talking about? It's $96.
Yeah. Looks cool. I mean, a lot of people, and I don't like those chairs, but a lot of people really, I like a back. I like to have a
I think I've seen quite a few people with these chairs, but so yeah, normally 129, now they're 96. I was gonna look see what else they had. Here you go. Normally 60 on for 40. That sucker's got a back.
Yeah.
So that's the TOBTOS. I have no idea. Was it? Well, it has 1 5-star rating.
See.
Oh gosh. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's the hammock chairs, but they're not on Prime.
See, there's a chair just like that. The G4 Free folding camping chair, ultra compact backpacking chair, $29.
Yeah, but you or I sit in that thing, you know what's going to happen to it.
Well, dude, I'm not sitting in the $100 one. There's a reason why I have the chairs I have.
That's fair.
I know that they're rated for my big ass.
Oh, look at here. Look at this.
Oh, well, there we go. Now,
that's
more.
That's bougie. Cotton cushion, portable
cushion,
lounge with a footrest, no doubt.
Probably has a warmer and a thing that'll
a butt warmer. A butt warmer.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a few. They got quite a few chairs in there.
Okay, you were going to pull up Coleman.
Oh yeah, Coleman. Sorry.
Coleman.
All right, Coleman. So let's see what all they have here.
Coleman mustard. I need it.
There's a Coleman Triton Plus 2-burner propane camping stove, push button.
Did you put like Coleman camping? What'd you
I just
put in?
typed in Coleman and Prime Day. That one is wow. That's 170, and it's on now Prime for $92. Hmm. Hey, they have these headlamps too, Michael, that are the rechargeable 1,000 lumens. They're those. They look like kind of look like a dog collar you wear on your head. But anyway, they're
Yeah,
on.
see, I think those are pretty cool because I think they light up more. See, the other one that we looked at, as impressive and as fun as that looks like it probably is, you can adjust it. I want for my headlamp, I want a wide light.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
want to be
dude,
able to turn my head and see shit.
look at here. The Anchor Solix F1200 portable power station.
Is that
15.
is
That's
that
a
a
50.
Coleman?
No, it's an Anchor. It said
No,
it's
I thought you were in the
normally
Coleman.
I was, but I rabbit holed it. It's 50% off, dude. 50% off.
50%, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's one of those chairs for
Hey,
$27.
Olivia says Midland has Prime deals. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Olivia. We had it pulled up on the screen that you guys had.
Obviously shows that she didn't watch all of our shows.
Obviously, she wasn't watching when we had the Midland stuff on there. Way to
So
go.
noted.
Oh, she says
You gotta,
nice,
you
nice
guys.
shirt,
We
Michael.
usually try to put you in the front of the show.
Hey,
Yeah.
Olivia, just in case, I think I gave the promo code for the VIP thing, but I told everybody they need to be a VIP to get the code. So
you did, didn't you?
I did. Now I looked at it just a minute ago. I was like, oh crap, I gave the VIP code out.
Uh-oh, a Yeti Rumbler. Hold on. Is that where it was? Why'd the picture change? Yeti Rumbler, $19.50.
Really?
It's the 14-ounce mug. I do like the mug. I love it's a big mug.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, back to Coleman. Let's see here. Let's go down. They got some cots, inflatables. I don't see much in here. Let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of cots.
Go back to some Midlands. What do they have? Prime Day deal. X Talkers. Here we go. Normally 49. Their own Prime Day.
Love my X Talkers.
I do too, man. And you know what's funny? This is hilarious. I'm glad Olivia's listening. So my daughter has this friend that lives down the road, and she's you have to cross a street, and then she's in a cul-de-sac. And so what they've done now is that they take the radios. One of them takes it to her house, which is about, I don't know, a quarter of a mile down the way. And Amelia has hers. And at night they sit and talk before they go to bed. And then she'll come down and bring the radio, and I'll charge them while they swim in the pool. And then she takes her radio back with her. Cracks me up. But they love.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
What'd you find?
Fire Maple Fixed Star X2 backpacking and camping stove system.
I'm very familiar with this Fire Maple stuff, and it is
$51.79.
Yeah, it's right here. They make some cool stuff.
I may have to buy that.
Go check. Let's see, Maple Store. They have all kinds of stuff, man. They have cookware. They have, the stoves that run off the little tanks or either pressured. They have, pots, pans. A lot of the stuff looks like the same stuff that GSI has, but
yeah.
But yeah,
there's
they make
a High Crew 2-in-1 gas camping stove. Hike Crew portable propane grill stove. It's a lot like the one that I've got, the Everest or the whatever it is.
Okay, what's it called again?
This one is the High Crew 2-in-1 gas camping stove. $89 or $87.99.
I'm not pulling that one up here.
High Crew Hike.
Oh,
I keep saying hike. HIKE.
And which one is it now? There's one for $149.
I was looking at the 2-in-1 gas camping stove. It's $87.99.
Yeah. So let's
It
see
looks pretty thin.
that one, Michael. It's on the screen.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I mean, for somebody who wants to get into camping, I don't know this brand, but that looks like a pretty damn good price. Especially if it's pretty good quality. It's got a 4.5 star rating, 4.6 star rating. So I really enjoy mine.
Olivia says
It's a different
that
brand, but
the Turtle Box Gen 2. Wait. What she says, if you don't have a Turtle Box speaker yet, Turtle Box Gen 2 is loud, outdoor portable
Oh.
Bluetooth. Those are the ones that are like the Deemer boxes too. Yeah, so these Turtle Box, when I was down at
Hey,
the
pull
Ducks,
that up. How much are they?
they're $3.99. It says save $25 with a coupon.
A coupon.
Coupon. Yeah, but when I was at the Ducks Unlimited Expo earlier this year, they had Turtle Box had a booth, and they had these things sitting in water, jamming. I mean, they were just jamming with them. So it was pretty impressive. I still think I like the Deemer box better because you can take the plug out and put some or play the speaker, but then you can put the plug in and it's waterproof and you can store your valuables, I guess, if you will. So that's a nice deal. $3.99. It's say it's 6% off. And those things sound freaking amazing. So Olivia's right there for sure. That thing is. So let's go back into the sports and outdoor section of Prime Deals and let's see what else we can find. King Camp camping chairs. Is that the one you were talking about, Michael? That's this three. Hey, dude, these are rated for 300 pounds.
We are in.
Olivia says she's got one to blast the nursery rhymes for the baby.
Right on. I hope it's all Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins. Hey, I got so freaked out. So today, I even told my boss about it, who had no clue who the Smashing Pumpkins were. But I had a Billy Corgan, and it had Billy Corgan's picture on it.
And
they followed me on TikTok.
Whoa.
But it's a fake account.
It's like a parody account or something.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way. So then I looked and saw like how many followers, and it's like a low number.
Oh.
And I already follow Billy Corgan.
And you were like,
I know.
Yeah.
And it was this. What's funny is it's the same profile picture, I think, that Billy Corgan has.
Oh, somebody probably
so they're keeping up with it. They're trying to, steal people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Billy's badass. Love Billy.
So here's Streamlight. I have some of these flashlights. As a matter of fact, is this one? Got one right here. A little pin light. So Streamlight has a 57% deal on their lights, and I love this. I have this ProTac as well, and anyway, but just they're great lights. So if you go to the Streamlight store, there's some really, really good deals on those things. Wow. And a lot of them actually are rechargeable too. And they do have headlamps. Nalgene, here's Nalgene bottles, Michael. They're normally 17, they're 15% off.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are 29% off. Let's see what else we got here. We're going through the list, y'all. What else? Anybody else got anything? As far as Michael's right, there's nothing when it comes to tents and things like that. Go with what you know. And unfortunately, I don't think I would go with anything on Amazon for a tent. That's just me personally. I'd rather buy it from somebody locally or one of the reputable companies like a 23-0, Darchi, iCamp, or somebody like that. And granted, they're not going to be the cheapest ones, but and I understand that there's a lot of people that will do the Amazon ones and have had good success with it, and I think that's fantastic. And you should.
Well, and some people, so like Chad, you can order stuff online. Some people are just getting into it, so they Google it and they find it there, and they're new to camping or overlanding, and you got to start
Yeah.
somewhere. Um, and I get it. And some people get intimidated when it comes to some of the big name stuff for
Yeah.
whatever reason. I think that's a real thing. Well, I'm not a hardcore person, so I don't need the expensive um, item.
Yeah.
Like I'm just going to do it ever so often. Well, even then, it's just going to deteriorate even faster for non-use. So, um, if you get a nicer one, it'll probably last a long time,
Yeah.
and you can count on it.
Here's a Teton Sport sleeping bag, 2XL, 29% off. So it's normally 95, 67,
You can
99.
never have a sleeping bag that's too big.
Man, no joke. And I'll tell you something. I know everybody has their own personal, I guess, deal with sleeping bags. I like the old school ones that are big, thick, heavy ones that had the flannel on the inside. I don't like these.
The material's thick.
Yeah, it's like a canvas
the
on the
outside's
outside.
abrasive, but the inside's nice and
Yeah,
soft.
I like the old school. Now they're big and they're bulky. They're not like these new ones that cramp down into a little spot. But I do like those. So let's see if so Teton makes a bunch of camping gear, and I think it's budget price
Hey,
too.
was Hest having any deals?
I was about to look at Hest.
Because you're a fan.
Yeah, I'm a
I don't
big
have
fan.
any Hest stuff.
See what they got going on. Oh, they have Prime Day deals. Hey, so I have this one right here, the Dually.
Is that supposed to be up in your alley cap?
Rub that in. Such an ass.
So now, did your alley cap come with a bed?
It has a mattress in it.
So you have this on top of that one.
Yeah, it's on top. So, but here's the thing: this pillow,
you can still close it.
Oh yeah, with the pillows and the sleeping bag and the sheets and all that still up there. Okay. This pillow is
I like it already.
Dude, it is. I don't even know how to explain it to you, but you got to get it. And I think I don't know many people that have purchased a pillow and didn't like it. But I love it so much. We have 3 of them.
Send me that link.
So it's just, yeah. So I'll send it to you here in a minute. Let's see, copy, and it is going to your. All right, there you go. Now the other one I was going to tell you about is Climate. Now Climate has they have a lot of
good stuff.
They got good stuff, and their mattress pads are pretty good. If you want something that packs away really small and you're looking for that smaller form, their stuff, and it's relatively high ratings. I mean, people that get it usually like it, and so like here's one, this extra thick. This is a popular one. Yeah, it's got 4.3. It's got 5,852 4.3 ratings. It is $31.99. Come on, man. And look how thick it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So they have a pretty nice that's not even that's not the Hess. I mean Climate. How'd that get stuck in there? Oh, it was a sponsored one I clicked on. Shit. I thought I was still in the Hess thing. I was like, damn, that's like, well,
deal.
Hey, it's still a deal though. I mean, look, $39. Come on, man. If you can't, I mean, if you're on a budget and you need a good thick mat, there's nothing worse.
That looks like the other one.
It does, but this is it's called
it looks like the same picture.
It's the Zubilee.
I think it's the same exact picture, only it's a different color.
Probably. Yeah, because look, I can change it.
No, I meant of the other company.
Oh.
The orange, whatever.
Yeah, the orange one. See, look, watch. Same company, There's the orange. There's the black. There is the blue.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Damn. Hey man, we've made it an hour. Do we keep going or do we
Yeah.
stop?
No, I think we're good with Prime. I do have. I'm trying to reach out to Moonlander to get Moonlander on.
Oh, nice.
I'm interested. I'm curious about their rooftop tent or their canopies.
So I met the guy.
Yeah, you told me you met him.
2 years ago. He's a real young kid.
Huh.
Well, the guy that I talked to was young, and he was. I think it's impressive, Michael.
I really, really like the Yucca Pack. We had Dave on the other day with Blind Man. I really, really like those, like a lot. I think they're well built. I think there's a lot of good things about them. I'm seriously looking at those, and I'm seriously, Topo Toppers. I mean, I don't know enough about them, but I want to see what Donald's doing with his.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Donald, where are my lights?
Yeah, you won his lights. That's funny.
I won those lights. I gave you, I just haven't heard anything.
He was.
I didn't know if me being Alaska scares the crap out of companies sending it stuff. It's usually more expensive, but
I think he's been. He was at Expo Pacific Northwest.
Well, it's not him. He forwarded the stuff on to whoever it is.
Oh, okay. They're doing it for him.
Was doing the lights, but hey, Donald, I haven't gotten my lights yet. Just so you know. So if you know Donald, tell him about this video because I'm sure he's not watching it. Anyway, I kind of want to see what he does with the Topo Toppers to see kind of what that option looks like. But for living here, I kind of feel, even though it's kind of goofy looking, although I kind of like that it's goofy looking, the Moonlander makes a whole bunch of sense for me. It's hard-sided all the way around.
Yeah.
So like critters at night, the big, huge critters that can climb up the side of your vehicle and pull you out of your rooftop tent. That's not as, you know what I mean? Like I'm hard-sided in a thing.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of hard-sided campers.
And for winter, I think it would be much better.
Oh, gosh. Well, I watched a video with one of those. No, I'm sorry. That wasn't the Moonlander. Which one was that? The kid that I talked to I will say this, at Mountain West 2 years ago was telling me that they have one that they've put the insulation panels inside all those little squares.
Oh, yeah, that's what I would do.
And then put thin birch over the top of that, and screwed it into those aluminum ribs. And he said that it's just, he put the bed rug in the floor and some other stuff, and he said it's nice and warm in there. But speaking of the toppers, the Vagabond Outdoors, this company, apparently they have a 1.9 star rating on Google, builds something similar to the Yucca Pack or the Topo or an Alucab, whatever you want to call it.
Badass Burnett had one, didn't she?
I don't know if she had that one, but they took they took a crap load of
orders,
deposits and orders, and some people are a year and a half still don't have their stuff. So anyway,
were they the ones that like you basically had like a tent hanging over your?
No, it's all hard-sided. Well, I mean, it went.
No, you're like no. Where your tailgate went down.
That's Hark.
Maybe that's what.
Yeah, no. This one
that's what Badass Burnett had.
Right. This one, actually, like I saw a picture of us on Instagram today in a Ram truck, has the whole back like the Alucab does, where you remove the tailgate and all that, and you actually have a door like a camper door with a window in it. That's pretty cool. Anyway. I think the Moonlander might be your way to go too.
I think it would be much more comfortable in colder weather. It's a little more compact, so you're not trying to heat a bigger area. And then Go check out Blind Man Overland. They do a video. He does a video on heating the different types of heaters. Excellent video. He goes over your propane heaters. He goes over your diesel heaters. He
Yeah.
goes over all of it. And he said, my feeling is the little buddy or the buddy propane heater. And he said they work best in certain situations. But like this, if like for him, when they have the panels out and he's going to bed, he'll turn that buddy heater on for a while because it'll warm up the bottom and it'll warm up what you're sleeping on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he said that's the best way to keep warm.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have obviously your blankets, so you're getting under there, and the blankets are going to help keep that heat there. But he said that's the way you use those little buddy heaters. So my thought is that with that type of the Moonlander, I don't think it'd take much from that to heat the back end of that. And then have it just to where you can reach over and turn it back on in the middle of the night if you need to, if you even need to.
Well, I agree with him, but I still think that there's better solutions out there.
He just said that's the best way to use that one.
Yeah.
Like,
so
for the little buddy heater, that is really the best way to use that.
So I take the little buddy heater in the Alucab. I put it down on the lower part. It does heat the bottom of the bed, but it also, I leave the back part open so it heats the air, rises and all. But I get a crap load of moisture in there when I do that.
You have to vent it.
Well, what I do is I unzip the two tops of the side on the Alucab so that it kind of can go out a little bit. But for the money and for the comfort, it's kind of hard to beat that little thing. I mean, you could, if you're
I'm learning a lot. I think if you were able to spray foam that.
Well, why wouldn't you? Or why couldn't you?
Well, I'm just saying, but if you were to spray foam that,
yeah,
it would be much better than because I'm learning a lot from these buildings that we built. A lot of the reasons why buildings, the type that we build on the cabins, will have condensation is because people are using regular board insulation or fiberglass or something like that.
And the air still gets there.
The spray foam creates a type of water barrier or something that keeps it, and it's super tight, and so it keeps from condensating. So they don't have any condensation whenever they spray foam, when the customer spray foams the walls for the insulation.
Absolutely. And that's why when you take something like the Topo Topper, or here's a perfect example. Donald, when he had that contractor's cap on the back of his, he put that insulation in there. And I remember him saying that he was going to have to use the tape and seal it all the way up, because even if you put the insulation in there, if there's gaps, that gaps is where your moisture is going to form. And then that's where your mold's going to form. So if you have gaps in that, so I think you're right. If you spray foamed it, if you can,
because you would just have to make sure you got it smooth to put your board underneath.
That's easy
before it dries. Yeah, you can cut that shit.
Well,
even it's just a messy. It's just
messy. But you could flip that thing upside down on its top on a big old table, spray it, and then just clean it out. But I think you're right. That's the way I would do it if I was doing that one.
Yeah. Wish they offered it that way.
All right. Well, again, they may ask and you never know. Thanks to everybody for joining us tonight. And thanks to our sponsors, Chad Overland Attic, the whole crew at Midland Radio, Midland USA, and Theo at Rugged Bound. We really appreciate everybody. We really, really appreciate you guys. And be sure to go check out all their pages. So hit Chad's up, hit Midlands. They all have the deals going on right now. And have a great week, everybody.
Yep. Everybody out there, thank you so much. Like Lee said, thanks to Lee for pushing all the buttons, doing the things you do. Thank you guys for listening and telling people about it and just supporting us. We appreciate all that. Whatever you do, make sure that you go all